Want to get the best grades in class? I frequently receive inquiries from subscribers of the Wisdom Mentor seeking study advice for acing tests. So in this video, we'll go through study strategies that only 1% of students are aware of. Welcome, students of the Wisdom Mentor channel. If you want to ace your exams and study efficiently, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. With that said, let's get on with the video. Tip number 1 is to scope the subject. This means that you should make a tree diagram that shows you everything you need to understand in the subject for which you need to study or for which you have an exam. Students frequently have trouble understanding how a particular fact, information, or a concept fits within the larger context. So be careful to provide the groundwork for your tree diagram at the beginning of the curriculum. You mark the leaves that, in your opinion, require the most time to study as the course progresses. When beginning to study something new, it is crucial to scope out the subject. Use a note-taking tool, brainstorming on paper, or whichever method applies to you the most. It takes very little time and provides you with a thorough review of your subject. Every new topic needs to be divided and organized into smaller concepts. Whether you're studying about perfect competition or beginning an organic chemistry. Why? Here in the Wisdom Mentor channel, we prefer to grasp how new information fits into the wider picture in order to comprehend and learn properly. Tip number 2. Clean space, clean mind. Organizing your study area is the second study tip. If your desk is disorganized and unkempt, you'll become distracted. This will really aid in your ability to concentrate on your study materials. Second, it gives you adequate room to spread out your notes and textbooks. Making a habit of studying in the same spot every day can result in better grades and greater grasp on the topics that you need to learn. Keeping your space clean can help you avoid unwelcome ideas and diversions. Remember to turn off your phone and television when you need to use your computer or laptop for study purposes, because they are major distractions. A neat workspace makes the area cleaner, safer, and more enjoyable, while also boosting your morals. Not to add, having everything organized and in its proper place feels fantastic. Recent data shows that the typical office worker spends 1.5 hours per day looking for stuff. That is a daily loss of time due to disorganization of an hour and a half. You'll have more time each day if you keep things organized, since you won't have to spend time looking for items. According to a different study, 77% of Americans believe that clutter reduces their productivity. It is obvious that being disorganized can impact your performance. Tip number 3. Timetables. In life, routine is crucial. A routine is a series of events that are consistently followed. According to a study by a university at Albany, psychologist Jennifer Whale Malotras, those who have consistent daily routine as children are less likely to struggle with time management or attention issues as adults. The widespread usage of the timetable can be advantageous in this situation. A written plan or schedule that illustrates the order of events during a specific time period is known as a timetable. It can be said as plan what and schedule when. And thus, in order to complete tasks, both are necessary. Making a schedule, especially for students, can be quite beneficial. It is impossible to overstate the value of a schedule. A timetable for students has the benefit of allocating time in accordance with the demands of the task. You can allocate the proper amount of time for each subject while planning your schedule to study 2 distinct subjects in a day, one easy and one difficult. It is possible to allot more time to the challenging subject and less time to the simpler one. The time has been allocated in this manner, taking into account the difficulty of the task at hand. Tip number 4. Use spaced repetition. By gradually lengthening the interval between review sessions, spaced repetition is a method for helping learners retain more of what they have learned. For instance, you could set up the following review plan as soon as you acquire a new fact, using your notes, paper flashcards, or an app. To test your recall, immediately in 24 hours, 3 days, 1 week, and 1 month, information is retained more effectively when active recall is combined with a spaced repetition system that gradually widens the review intervals. Your memory is a monster. You forget, it doesn't. It simply files things away. It keeps things for you or hides things from you, and summons them to recall with will of its own. You think you have a memory, but it has you. John Irving said in a prayer for Owen Meany. It is well established that learning something just once is insufficient for long-term memory. If we wish to learn it well, practice makes perfect, we say in the Wisdom Mentor channel. However, when you practice also has a significant impact. The students of the Wisdom Mentor channel must space out your practice in order to practice successfully. The spacing effect claims that the study sessions are spaced out, we learn more effectively. This effect is enhanced by spaced repetition. You spread out your study periods, allowing longer stretches of time between them. Tip number 5. Test yourself before the test. The system of testing used in schools today is a necessary evil. Your instructors need to know whether you actually comprehend the material they have taught, or whether your school needs instructors to follow a set of curriculum. Although it still isn't any easier, you can still do better on tests by using certain effective study and test-taking techniques. What topics does your professor seem to discuss the most? The test will probably contain questions on a subject. If your professor spends a lot of time discussing it, take notes the next time your professor spends more than 20 minutes on a single slide. Do not be afraid to ask your lecturer, about the test's precise formatting. Organize an appointment to speak with them and ask any questions you may have. Overloading your brain with one subject can actually be harmful, as demonstrated by a recent Harvard study that found researchers has shown that studying a range of subjects in one sitting actually leads to a higher retention than focusing on one area of study. To maintain interest in your academic work, it's crucial you mix up what you're studying, both in the short and long terms. It will save you time and energy. Here you have it, folks. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned something new today. If you want to ace your exams and become a great student, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell below. We'll see you in the next one.